Hello there. Good morning or good evening, whatever one you are. So today we're going to be working with elephant arms, and that sense of often when we move our neck and our shoulder as a chunk. It's like big chunks. So we're going to be moving our neck and then moving our shoulder and then moving our neck, and so we're just kind of trying to segment a little bit into the spine. So listen to your arms, listen to your neck, listen to you. You know, that's the main thing. And hope you have a lovely weekend. I spent a lot of it in the garden and swimming in the sea and just doing lovely things. There was loads of black ice here. So usually I go for a walk in the morning, but yesterday it was just too slippy. I think today is probably the same. And because our road, it travels from west to east, the walls all create shadow on the surface of the road, so it doesn't defrost at all. So we tend to get black ice a lot here. So come, lie down on your mat and let's do some elephant arms. Come. So lying on your back, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. And just notice where you're beginning from. Just you being you. How is that in you this morning? Nice. And then just pull your lower back down and then arch. And so as you roll along your spine, you're just always checking in, you know, what feels like the healthiest, most delicious range for me to move in. This is a progressive practice. This is like a steady, incremental discovery of ability, of range, and then that increasing rather than forcing in any way anything to increase on any given day. Rock your knees from side to side. Notice what is. Feeling, sensing, deepening. Nice. And then come all the way back to center. So at the beginning of the month, we worked a lot. The first 10 days, we worked a lot into spinal segmentation and movement. So we're going to do a little bit of that. So just lift your right bum off the floor and then drop it down. And then lift the left bum off the floor and drop it down. So just feel you're pushing your right hip forward, but your knees aren't traveling from side to side. You're maneuvering in the pelvis a little bit more. Just feel that. Nice. And then lift your right hip and then push your feet into the floor and let your right hip rise up into your bridge. And then tilt your pelvis and let your right hip drop. Let your right hip rise and then let your right hip drop. So there's this sense of a wave in the pelvis. Right hip rises, right hip drops. Right hip rises, right hip drops. Other side. Left hip rises, rising up. Tilt your pelvis, left hip drops. Left rise, left drop, rise, drop. So it's like this wave. I feel like I'm steering a bicycle a little bit. Left up, left down. Nice. Left up and left down. Super. Feet a little bit closer to your bum. And then just push down into your feet and lift straight up. And then come down. 1. Lift straight up and down. 2. Lift straight up, down. 3, up, down. 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, and hold it. Just there, I felt like the count from Sesame Street. I love to count. Just resting there, squeezing your bum, feeling the front of your hips open, just strong into your shoulders. Nice, lowering all the way down. Reach your arms wide, gliders. Draw your right knee up towards the left. And then draw your left knee up towards the right. So we're just awakening up into the spine. We're just ironing out, cleaning out, connecting to anything that feels like we need to listen to. Nice. And all the way back to center. Bring your knees over your hips and bring your hands to your knees and push your hands into your knees and push your knees into your hands. Nice. And then let your left foot touch the floor and keep your elbow bent and let your left fingers touch the floor. So this is level 1, okay? Other side. Let your right fingers touch the floor. Let your right toes touch the floor. Level 1. Next one. Stretch your arm long. Stretch your leg long. Maybe that's too strong. Don't do it if it is. Go back to level 1. This is level 2. And stretch your right arm long, right leg long. And come back up. So stay there, or level 3. Bring your elbows to your knees and your knees to your elbows. And stretch. So decide which one is the best for you. And you're really pushing your elbows into your knees into your elbows, or your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands. And just find whatever version of this suits you. Really flattening your lower back down. One more time each side. Awesome job. Lowering down. Lower your feet down and just pause. Nice. So roll over onto your side and come all the way up into a seated position. So your legs are long in front of you. So we're just going to practice a little bit into elephant. So elephant is where you imagine you have a trunk, so your right arm, and it swings across your face until it kind of, your right upper arm, your bicep kind of sits into your eyeball, and you turn your head a little bit as well, and you're leaning into your fingers and your palm is face forward. And I feel this like beautiful like wrapping of the side of my body into the stretch, and I'm pushing my left hand a little bit into the floor to give me a little bit more traction through the body. Nice. And then other side. Bring the right hand down and then swing the left hand and then lean into it. Nice. And then just begin to sway. So when we do seaweed, our hands stay below our shoulders. So it's a different movement into the spine, different movement into the shoulders. So elephant is similar to seaweed, but we're lengthening into the side body. So just go back to seaweed for a moment and notice how if you do seaweed from side to side, very nice in the torso, but you're not getting that length that we had in elephant. Now elephant again, rising up. Nice. And up. Just feel that side of the body. We're mapping more into the belly, into the sides. Super cool. Lovely. So we're just going to do a little bit of that movement where we segment the spine a little bit. So drop your ear down towards the right and then draw your shoulder, your elbow down towards the floor on the right. And then come back up. And then draw your ear towards your shoulder and then draw your shoulder up towards your ear and travel down. Nice. So pull your shoulder down, travel down. Pull your shoulder up and travel down. And so you're listening to your spine, not your shoulder. Nice. Other side. Shoulder goes down, ear goes down. Shoulder comes up, ear goes down. Listen to your spine. So your shoulder's just moving, but there's this kind of banana shape that is consistent in the spine. And then just begin to sway. So you hear the banana on the left, another new name, and the banana on the right. And all you're listening to is the spine. You're going, oh. And then your shoulders do other things as well. Your shoulders can move to help you, but it's your spine you're listening to, not your shoulders. Okay, super. So come all the way over into your cat pose. And just rounding your back, tuck your chin under. And then lifting your chest, arch your back. And just notice today what is. Nice. Super. And then tuck your toes under and arch your back. So my belly is lower to the floor and I have a dip in the lower back. And then just lift your knees off the floor in arching. And then drop your knees down. And then round your back and lift your knees off the floor and drop them down. So move from arching, lift your knees, drop them down. Rounding, lift your knees, drop them down. Arching, lift your knees, drop them down. Rounding, lift your knees, drop them down. So now we're going to do the whole spine. So rounding the whole spine, lift your knees. arching your whole spine. Lift your knees. Rounding your whole spine. Lift your knees. Arching your whole spine. Lift your knees. We're going to try something similar with your shoulders. So listen to your shoulders always. So arching your shoulders. So draw your shoulders backwards. Bend your elbows as much as you lower down. Come back up. Round your upper back. And it's like your top of your head tries to come down towards the floor. Nice. Arching your back. Bend your elbows. Whatever is well for you. Round your back. Head drops down, top of your head. Arching. Chest drops down. Rounding. Top of your head drops down. One more time. Arching. Rounding. Nice. And then just circle into your rib cage like it's a hula hoop. And notice what your neck is doing. Your neck is independent in movement. It can actually change. It can be doing something different than the other parts of you. Just notice. Nice. And then just push back into your downward dog. Find the length of you. Just feeling into the whole of you this morning. That sense of the deep of your arms, the deep of your hips, the deep of your belly, your toes on the floor, your hands on the floor. Nice. And then walk your feet forward. And walk your hands back and come all the way up to stand. Nice. So we're going to do elephant standing. And we're going to do... it feels like cake holding to me. So step your right foot a little bit back. So not all that much back. And make sure that you're not in one line with your feet. Your feet are in two different train tracks, okay? And reach your arms out forward and then bend your elbows into your sides. And then bend your right knee. And maybe it's just a little bit of a bend, or maybe it's quite a deep bend where you lower down till your chest is down near your thigh. But see, maybe this is enough for you, okay? Loads, okay? So choose the distance. And now as you begin to straighten your right leg, reach your hands forward and then reach up and really push into that right toe. Your left knee stays bent and you're leaning back and up as big as you can. And then sitting your bum back towards the right leg. And then reaching up. You don't straighten the left leg completely. You're really keeping it as a kind of foundation. Right knee bends, elbows bend in. Right leg straightens, arms straighten. Nice. And again. And straighten. This time we're going to include arms. So go really slowly. So lean into the chest as your arms come in a circle, but listen to your shoulders. It's a smooth circle. And then as you begin to round, the baby fingers come together. And then pull your elbows back and then roll your hands backwards till the baby fingers come together in front of you. And then rise. So find whatever version of that you do. Circle, pull in, wide, rise. Circle, pull in, rise. Circle, pull in, together, rise. One more time. Circle, pull in, and then just hold it. Really lean into that right toe as you stretch through the leg, look upwards. Nice. Bring both legs forward. You'll be feeling your left buttock there quite deeply. And then the other side. So step the left foot back. Your knee is bent. Both knees are bent. Pull your elbows in. And maybe you drop all the way down. Maybe you go a little bit down. See what's right for you. And then arms just straight up. Point through the left toes as you reach up and look up. And just feel the feeling of squeezing in. And then opening and rising. I kind of feel like an extra in some kind of a play where I'm like, oh, and I am a daffodil. Or something like that. It feels very like I go from really deep in something to a really full open expression. And now you're going to begin to circle. Find your circle. Somebody was saying that when they do my yoga, they keep imagining that they're doing classical dance moves. I really get it. I'm like, whoa, yeah, so cool. This would be the best school play ever. One more time, we're going to hold it. Reaching up and back and lengthen. Nice, and then come all the way forward. Whew. Super. So, if any of you ever done capoeira, I discovered this morning that elephant is very like capoeira moves. So we're going to start with just elephant. So sweep your right hand across your chest. No, not your chest, your face. And so it's over to the side. And then sweep your left hand across. And I'm kind of looking at the floor behind me. Or I'm looking at the wall behind me. But my neck is telling me what I want to do, where I want to go. I'm not forcing my neck. I'm just feeling, traveling, and traveling. Nice. So now we're going to do some footwork with this. So the right arm and the right leg are going to be stretching. Okay, so step your right foot back. And so the stretch is a moving backward stretch. It's quite weird, actually. So step your right foot back and then swing your right foot forward. And then you lean into the bent knee behind you and you kind of lean backwards for this stretch. And then you swing forward. Both feet land. Bring your left foot back and then lean your left hand over towards the right in elephant and lean backwards. And then both feet land, right foot back, swing your right hand across to elephant and lean backwards. Left foot back, elephant, lean back. Nice. Right foot back, lean back, elephant. Left foot back, lean back, elephant. Next time you go to the right, pause. So your right hand is over, you're leaning back, and you're just finding the super duper length through the right side of your body. Your left, both knees are bent, you're up on the toes of the right foot, and your left hand is reaching down towards the floor. Nice, coming all the way back. Step your left foot back, sweep your left hand forward, and then lean backwards into the back knee. Right hand is reaching down, and you just have this like whew, through the whole left side of your body. Super cool. Come all the way forward. Hands to your hips. And roll. And then in the other direction. Nice. So yesterday we did a movement on our knees. So we're going to do the same one in standing. So round your back and bring your hands down to your bent knees. And then arch your back and rise up. Squeeze your bum at the top of the movement. Round your back. Bring your hands to your knees. Arch your back. Rising up. And then squeeze your bum at the end of the movement. Round your back. Hands to your knees. Arch your back. Rise. And then we're going to try the other direction. So arching your back, coming down, hands on your knees. Round. Come all the way back up. Squeeze your bum. Arching your back. Hands come down. Rounding your back. Coming up. So you can do it in that segmented way where you go down and then come back up and down. Or you can begin to kind of flow. And you can keep your hands on your knees. Or your hands can travel past your knees. So you're traveling down, arching. And then you're traveling up, rounding. Listen to your spine. Traveling down. Traveling up. One more time. Traveling down, arching. Traveling up, rounding. So travel down, rounding. Travel up, arching. Travel down, rounding. Travel up, arching. One more time. Last one. Travel down, rounding. Travel up, arching. Nice. Just stand. And then, like yesterday, sweep your right arm behind you and point it to the floor behind you. And bring your left hand across your rib cage. And then point the left hand behind you. Swing your right hand to your rib cage. And just point and look down. Feel it in your neck. Follow your neck as you do this. Let your neck feel like it can move independently from your shoulders and you're listening to your spine. Next one, we're going to do elephant version of this. So that's a more up. So reach your left hand up and back behind you. And then reach your right hand up and back behind you. And every time I'm still holding my ribs with the opposite hand. Nice, last movement. Nice. And then just shake out your shoulders. Shake, 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 shake. This is a funny thing when you shake your breath, shake your shoulders like this. Listen to your breath. The air gets pulled into your lungs by the movement. It's like a little train. I just think it's the most amazing thing. Because your breath being pulled without you breathing. So I think when we're walking, this amazing thing happens that our body breathes in the movement. It's really very cool. I have no scientific backup for that, but I just think, oh, it's so amazing, whatever that was. Come all the way down and rest into your child's pose. And just feel that, settle into that. So we had elephant, capoura elephant, double hand cake lifting. And then we had weird breathing. So cool. What an interesting class. Nice. So just feel, in this moment as you rest here, how the hell are you? How is this? How are you as you rest here? What sensations do you feel? The warmth of you, the movement of you, the feeling of the pressure of you. Stay with sensations. So your elbows are on the floor maybe, your shins are on the floor, your feet are on the floor. You can feel your yoga mat. You can feel your breath and the temperature, movement. Maybe you can feel your rib cage pushing into your thighs. And then just notice, is there anything coherent, harmonic, still, deep, resonant, beautiful, awesome, epic in this moment? And let your heart fill with a sense of self-appreciation. That you're doing really well. And nothing is 100%. So we're not 100% amazingly doing well on everything, but we're doing well in enough things that we turn up and do our yoga. And we turn up and we have gratitude and a sense of wellness in our bodies. So be kind. Be awesome. Be you. So wonderful. So reaching your arms long if you wish, or coming into your cat, or coming back into your dog, or whatever version of rising, reaching, lengthening, awakening that you do. How do you just lengthen long through your body? And then slowly, slowly, in your own time, either staying there or getting up or doing whatever it is you do. How wonderful. Today, the Chat at Norther is going to come out again. That's episode 2 of the Chat at Norther. So it'll be coming up sometime around lunchtime. We'll be launching that again. That's us talking about what happens in Norther this week. So be well, be epic. Ciao.